if Chef Jeffrey doesn't make it.
Actually, we were just talking about that. We get a +1. I'm like, wait, I'm next in line then.
You are, yeah. That's what I'm coming to let you know. So what we'll do is we'll have you come in and introduce the dish if he's not here. That's the third drop, so he's got plenty of time. But if he doesn't show, we'll put you on. I'll ask you really easy softball questions about Jeff and how he is in the kitchen and how he celebrated last time and has he been uncontrollably arrogant since he won the first round, all that fun stuff. You can either be sincere and nice or take the piss, however you want. It doesn't matter.
Just shove him right underneath the bus.
You can throw him under the bus. Yeah. So,
not a problem.
So we'll bring you out if he's not here. So. You're ready to roll, man. Yeah. Well done.
So Rochelle, where can I see your food blog?
Say again?
Where is your food blog?
It's called thetravelbite.com.
It's online?
Are we good?
Yes. Yes. We can start in probably 30 seconds.
30 seconds. All right, 30 seconds.
Go to restaurants?
Ready? And I'm on. Yep.
You do a lot of stuff overseas?
Yeah. We visit a lot of farmers. I did a summer in Bologna, in Italy, so it was amazing.
That's I want to go. I've been to Italy once, but my great-grandfather came from Calitri, which is a little village down near Sicily.
Okay.
And
I'm going to Sicily in October. I can't wait. I haven't been that far south.
yeah, I want to go. So but we went to last time we were there. We went to Venice and Lake Como in Florence. So we didn't get down to Rome or the southern part. And so I want to.
All right, I think we're ready to go. Good evening. Well, I thought I was going to get applause. It started, but it just didn't take off. So I'll just go ahead and go with what I was going to say. Anyway, there we go. All right, cool. Good evening. My name is Topher Morrison. I'm your host. Welcome to Epic Chef Showdown Season 3. This is Episode 5. Just to get you caught up to date, last week, Colin Rinesmith narrowly beat out Chef Robert Maggi from Armani's. He's going to be coming back next week, and if he wins, he's going to go head-to-head with one of these fine chefs, whoever wins here tonight. Yes, so we are having some fun. Tonight, and for the first season ever, we are live streaming this show, so if you will indulge me just a moment. Hi, and welcome to everybody who is watching from home or work, even though you should probably be working. You're not, you're working and you're watching at the same time. Thank you, welcome to Epic Chef Showdown. Thank you for live streaming all over the world. Stay tuned, this show is going to be going nonstop for the next 2 hours as we see two of Tampa's greatest chefs competing for Epic Chef. Now, what that means is we'd love for all of you to get your phones out and please tweet, text, post on Facebook, Twitter, any of those things that you do. The website, tampabay.com. Say, join me at Epic Chef Showdown. Watch live stream at tampabay.com. Everybody can tune in there and watch the show. All right, the real reason we are here, though, is not to watch the show, but actually to raise awareness. So we're going to be asking that this evening you tweet out and you send a couple text messages that let people know why we're really here, which is really to benefit and raise awareness and start a conversation for Feeding Tampa Bay. This is the chosen charity of Epic Chef Showdown. It's designed to raise awareness and help us make sure that we as a society take care of those who are less fortunate. Here's some shocking statistics for you. Are you ready for this? 700,000 families, 700,000 people, in the Tampa Bay area are food insecure. What that means is they may not know where the next meal is going to come from, or if they know where it's going to come from, they know they have to make it into 2 meals. What this means is if they do get to go out to a restaurant, they don't order what they want, they order what they can afford. There's a lot of different definitions for food insecurity, but the fact of the matter is 700,000 people in Tampa Bay are food insecure, and we're going to put an end to that. We're committed to making sure that that number goes down. So, having said that, Feeding Tampa Bay is committed to doing that. They are the most powerful charity in the local area that helps feed, are you ready for this? They provide about 45 million meals every single year. That's incredible, right? The most initial reaction people get when they hear that is they go, 44 million meals, how can there be that many homeless people? And that is such a misconception. Yes, they do take care of the people that are unfortunate and don't have a place to live temporarily, but this is for hard-working moms and dads who have sometimes 2 and even 3 jobs. Because, folks, the worst place in the world to be is $1 over the poverty limit. You don't qualify for any of the benefits that other people might. So they have to work extra hard to put food on that table. So this is for hardworking families that are out there trying to do the best they can and not take support, but they sometimes need a helping hand. Feeding Tampa Bay does it better than anyone else. Some interesting facts for you. Every dollar you donate to Feeding Tampa Bay, are you ready for this? They feed 10 meals with just $1. 10 meals for just $1. That's worth applauding. Here's some quick other shocking numbers. 1 out of every 4 kids at public school won't know where their meals are coming from Friday evening till Monday. There is no food in their house. Here's another shocking number. 20% of all retired vets are on some sort of food assistance. These numbers are not acceptable. A society can be defined by how well they take care of those that are less fortunate. Let's make sure we all step up. Start a conversation tonight. If you'd like, if you're so inspired, tweet out some of those facts and those figures. We'll be reminding you throughout the night to do that. But once again, please let your friends and family know that they can tune into tampabay.com to watch this show live streaming. And I will tell you that the live stream wouldn't happen, the competition wouldn't happen, none of this would happen if it wasn't for our wonderful sponsors at the event. So I'm going to go through some of our sponsors right now, and I think, by the way, holding your applause until the end is a stupid idea. So I want each one of these people to get all the love they can. Let's start off giving a good round of applause for our main sponsor, Florida Blue. Thank you guys so much for being here every week to come out. Rick, appreciate you coming out and sponsoring the event. We've got Coca-Cola Florida out here as well. Thank you very much, Coca-Cola Florida. We got our friends over at Harvard Jolly here. Please give a big round of applause for Harvard Jolly. We have Gray Robinson here also sponsoring the event. We have some friends with Gray Robinson. And let me tell you, you guys are in for a treat. We got a sponsor that's brought out some free samples. We've got Uriah's Urban Farms here has brought out some of their vegetables. We're going to be throwing this around, let you guys sample some of this stuff. I'll tell you, it is the best produce you'll ever taste in your life. I can promise you that. Let's give a big round of applause to Uriah's Urban Farms. And of course, we cannot forget Breakthrough Beverage. They're the ones providing the wine. They always get the loudest applause. I don't know why, but here we go, Breakthrough Beverage. And last but certainly not least, we couldn't be live streaming this all over the world without our friends at Tampa Bay Times. The Tampa Bay Times is allowing us to do that. And also, Streaming Star Pros are the company that has so graciously stepped in here every single week. They're here working for not a penny to make sure that they carry this message through the Tampa Bay Times all throughout the world. So big round of applause for Streaming Star Pros as well. All right, I am ready to introduce to you guys some chefs. Would you guys like to meet our duo competitors tonight? Yeah. Here we go. We got in this corner over here, we got from the, let's see here, from Jeff Thornsberry, who is from Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen. He is the sous chef. He trained currently at the Culinary Institute of Charleston. This guy, I will tell you, I have been out to their restaurant, and if you have not been out to Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen, it's a mouthful, but it's not as mouthful as the food you want to put in your face when you get there. They have, and I'm not lying right now, possibly the best steak I've ever had in my life was at Locale Farm Table Kitchen. I forget, what was the steak I had? Do you remember? It was a rib bone?
30-day dry age, Kansas City strip.
Kansas City strip, 30-day dry age. Oh my God, it was so good. Big round of applause to Jeff Thornsberry. Over here we have Paul Boucher. Paul Boucher. Paul Boucher is the pastry chef at Mise en Place, a restaurant that needs no introduction. They're a local favorite here. Let's see, Paul, you were trained at the New England Culinary Institute, and for 16 years you've been working at Mise en Place. Please give a big round of applause for Paul Boucher. Okay. If you've not been to Mise en Place, they're located very close down the road here. Just go down Howard, take a right on Kennedy, if I'm not mistaken, and they're just right down the block. Great restaurant as well. So, gentlemen, you are here this evening because you won your first round. That means we're in the semifinals. The winner tonight's going to go on to the finals in about 3 weeks' time. But we got to go through the rules before we go through anything, before we start this clock. So here we go. Here's the rules. We've got shoulder-to-shoulder competition. Trash talk is encouraged. Stabbing with forks and knives, discouraged. Yes, 2 rounds, 30 minutes each. You're going to be judged on 3 areas. Number 1, flavor. Number 2, originality and creativity. And number 3, your presentation. But no contest in cooking would be complete without some mystery ingredients. So we have some mystery ingredients this evening. Are you guys ready to find out what the mystery ingredients are? Yeah. All right, here we go. For your first round in the appetizer section, we have got, here we go, are you ready? We got Blue Point oysters and Stouffer's pre-cooked meatloaf. That's quite the combo there. We got some oysters and pre-cooked meatloaf by Stouffer's. So, well done with that one. This is where you guys want to look at the facial expressions to see the confusion that comes over their face. Now this will give you a little bit more time to plan for the entree. The second one, we have bone-in pork shoulder and taro root. Bone-in pork shoulder and taro root. This would be the time for your ooh. Ah. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. So gentlemen, this is your mystery ingredients. The first one is your oysters and your pre-cooked meatloaf. Are you guys ready? Let's get the timer set. Rossi, are you ready to set the timer? All right, we got Rossi coming over here to set the timer. Nobody else knows how to do it but Rossi, so she is probably the most important person here at the... Oh, and by the way, Coca-Cola, did you like the product placement we gave for you there? Yeah. Chefs, I'm not saying bonus points if you can use their product in your menus, but I'm sure Coca-Cola would really appreciate that. All right, Rossi, let's give Rossi a countdown so we can get the timer up and ready to go here. Let's give him a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30 minutes start now. Get your chef on, gentlemen. Give him a big round of applause. Encourage him. Here we go. All right, so now they're going to start figuring out what the hell they're going to be doing with some oysters and pre-cooked meatloaf. And so while they're trying to figure that out, we're going to introduce some very cool people here. First and foremost, one of the things I want to do is I want to thank the Epicurean Hotel for hosting this event and for providing such an amazing venue here at the Epicurean Kitchen Theater. Let's give the Epicurean a big round of applause. At this point in time, I'd like to introduce the general manager. Oh, there he is. I was going to say, I'm looking for him over here and I can't see him. I'd like to introduce the general manager for the Epicurean. Please welcome Kevin Scott to share with us a little bit about the Epicurean. Kevin, come on down. How you doing, buddy? Let me get your microphone. There you go.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our first semifinal. How exciting to have these two restaurants pitted against each other. The last 4 weeks have been absolutely amazing, and we keep being surprised by the unique special ingredients that we're going to be feasting on tonight. So, but enough about the hotel. This is all about Feeding Tampa Bay and our wonderful partnership that we've had for so many years. And the numbers that Topher mentioned earlier this evening, and as he was opening up, are just astounding. To have that ability to $1, 10 people, 45 million meals, like that's a whole lot of zeros. So, again, thank you all for coming. As Topher mentioned earlier, and what you'll hear throughout the night from JC, who I'll introduce in just a second, start the conversation. That's all we ask. That's what this is all about. And let's have a great evening. And with that, I will introduce JC Peters from Feeding Tampa Bay.
Thank you, Kevin. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. We really appreciate it. You know, hunger, obviously, Topher's been talking about it, Kevin. Hunger's why we're here tonight, and we've all experienced hunger. You know, maybe we went too long between meals, or our day just got so busy that we didn't stop for a snack or lunch. So we know that feeling of hunger. But for a lot of us, we'll just run to the pantry or the refrigerator, we'll reach in our snack drawer, which I have one at work, or we'll you know, just pop by the grocery store and just get some food to fill that need. And as Topher said, 700,000 people in our community don't have that option. And even worse, 250,000 kids are going to go to bed hungry, not having that meal. They'll have to wake up in the morning, go to school on an empty stomach. And so, you know, we are here to really help that issue so that people can have the food that they need. When someone experiences hunger for long periods of time, they miss out on way more than just a meal. It can hinder a child's development. They're not able to learn or obtain knowledge in school, and it can compromise your health. So a lot of issues start to set in with food insecurity. So if you're here tonight, you know something about food, you love food, you enjoy food, you cook food, whatever it is, but you also have the ability to help us provide food to those who would otherwise go without it. So thank you for being here. We appreciate the support.
Well done, JC. Thank you very much. All right, now, any good cooking show has got to have mystery ingredients, but it wouldn't be a cooking competition without some judges. So let me take a moment to introduce to you our judges. Over here to my left, closest to the audience, we have Jeff Gigante. Jeff is the co-founder of Chicho Restaurant Group. He don't care where you eat as long as it's on Howard, let me tell you. How many restaurants do you guys have on Howard?
On Howard, we have 6.
6 restaurants all on one block, man. I love that. A little fun fact, he enjoys playing high stakes poker. So please welcome Jeff Gigante. Yep. Thanks for coming out, my friend. Yep. All right, so yeah, you kind of dominate the entire road on Howard. I guess Burns is grateful that they're allowed to have a restaurant here because you just kind of dominate everything down the road after that.
I'm happy to take that compliment, but I will say that when we were making our decision where to land in Tampa from New York City, that big white building was a good anchor. And,
Yep.
So we started our first restaurant in 1996, Chicho's, right across the street. And
Yep.
we believe in Howard Avenue and the entire South Tampa area. And now, after 20 years, we've grown to Sarasota, St. Petersburg, as well as Brandon and Boca Raton and Orlando.
Wow, you're doing a great job, man. We appreciate what you do for the economy. You hire a lot of people here.
Thank you, and,
Yeah.
and thank all of you guys for coming because
So you got-
Feeding Tampa Bay is a great charity.
On this road, you got Chicho's, you've got water.
Chicho's Water, we
Daily
got
Eats.
Green Lemon,
Green
Daily
Lemon.
Eats, Lodge, and Fresh Kitchen.
It's amazing. Fresh Kitchen, insanely good restaurants, man. I love them. You know what I like the most out of all of those, Jeff, by the way?
Pardon?
My favorite out of all of those?
Daily Eats.
Water.
Water, okay, good.
Let me tell you, if you guys have not been to Water to have this man's sushi,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's sushi combination like you've never tried. It's not in fact, I think for a while you didn't even have normal stuff like a California roll until the audience was like, we want some, yeah.
rolls in a bowl, much like this.
Yeah, they do some of the most amazing things. My favorite one, show you that I'm a fan, banana and eel.
Yep.
Oh my God, that is, and I know you might be thinking, that sounds pretty disgusting. Trust me, you put banana and eel in your mouth, you'll be coming back over and over and over again. It is really good. We're glad to have you here. Give a big round of applause to Jeff Gigante, please. And closest to the restaurant, or to our chefs here, we have JP Peterson, needs no introduction. He's the host of the Ron and JP show on 620 WAAE. There we go. He's a former lead sports anchor for WFLA TV. You have you've done some pretty amazing things. You've covered the Super Bowl, the Stanley Cup Finals, the Final Four, NCAA Championship, and now you get to put Epic Chef Showdown on the mark, my friend.
Top of the resume.
You've got it. You don't go from there. You're just there. You're
Who
the
cares
top.
about Tom Brady when you got these guys?
There we go. All right. Glad to have you here. Now you spend your day critiquing people and their abilities.
I do.
So you should have no problem stepping into the judging role here.
No.
Trimming down some food, giving your opinion.
I can't eat,
You can't eat.
and I do have opinions,
All right.
and I really love these guys.
This is what we want. We want opinionated judges. We got to have the mean one. We got to have the nice one. You're clearly not the nice one.
I'll be the
no
nice one.
radio
Yeah.
talk show.
I'll be your Simon.
Yeah,
I'll
you'll be your son?
yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Glad to have you here. Please give JP a big round of applause. And last but not least, we saved the middle seat for the last because that's always the best. Rochelle Lucas is formerly the food dining insider from visitflora.com. However, she now recreates food dishes from her extensive travels on thetravelbite.com. Coming all the way over from Orlando, please welcome Rochelle Lucas. Thank you for being here. All right, so you have a tough job. You get to travel all over the world and eat.
I hate it. It's a horrible job.
Yeah, that's quite a gig now. So the first thing that we're all looking at you when we think you travel the world and you eat, how do you stay that fit? How do you stay that small?
I run.
You have to.
Run.
You don't fly. You just have to run from city to city. Is that
Yes.
it? As long,
Bottom line is a mile. I have it all calculated.
Is that you balanced out? So you've got about 1.5 miles here.
Yes, yes.
Okay, well you've got if you're going back to Orlando, you can drink up tonight, girl.
No way. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah, no worries. All right, please give Rochelle a big round of applause. Glad to have her here. All right, listen, we've also got some amazing food that everybody else here gets to try. I think is Marty in the room or is he outside in the lot? There he is right there. Marty, come on down, my friend. We got Marty Blitz, who's the head chef at Mise en Place, representing and supervising what Paul's doing here. I will tell you, let me tell you a little bit about Marty Blitz. First off, thanks so much for coming out here. Do you want to tell them a little bit about the meal you prepared for them here?
Sure, we have a...
Oh, wait, let me get your mic, sorry. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, what you're eating is a grilled shrimp with a hibiscus infused compressed watermelon, a lemon sumac vinaigrette, and a cucumber basil juice on the bottom, and a little salad of cucumber, sunflower seed caper, and feta. Kind of summery, very summery.
Dude, you're making me hungry when you say that. And I know it's good because Jody is one of the pickiest eaters I've ever met, and she's eating it with her hands. She's not even using utensils, and she's smiling. So you've hit a home run.
Way to do it.
Yeah. Let me tell you something about Marty, by the way. I will tell you, I've been going around to all the restaurants, doing research before the show, eating at all the restaurants and talking to a lot of chefs. And the one thing I hear over and over and over when I go to chefs is this. Common theme. Marty helped give me my shot. Marty mentored me. Marty opened the door for me here. Marty got me my first job over here. You are literally a staple in the community for helping chefs get a spot. We appreciate what you do for the culinary community. Yeah, well done. Yeah, give him a big round of applause. All right, so don't go away yet, Marty. No, we're going to interview here. We're going to see how Paul's doing. So how did Paul celebrate the last win? Or did he? You just said get back to work, didn't you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you're a slave driver.
He was feeling good, though. He was feeling good, though.
Yep. Has he been manageable? Has he been like totally out of control? But a little like, no, I won't wash those dishes. I'm now the winner of season 1, right? Season 3.
No, he's happy.
He's doing good. Yeah. All right, cool. Now he is the pastry chef at Mise en Place, but don't be fooled, right? He's been in every position there for the most part, right?
He's worked everything, and he was sous chef. Savory for about 3 years.
Yep.
And then he went back to pastry side. So
that's amazing. Well, and out of the different things, and I know very little about food other than it goes in my mouth and I smile. But I've heard that pastries are some of the hardest things to do as a chef.
It's hard. It's more precise.
It's more precise.
Cooking
it's like
is
a
more
science.
a little sprinkle, a little pinch of this.
Yeah.
Pastries is more accurate, so.
Do you think that gives him a leg up here on the competition, knowing that he can create great pastries? He can kind of jump into that savory aspect and prepare anything?
He's very confident, so I'm excited about that. But these are some crazy ingredients they have to work with, so.
Tell us a little about Mise en Place. If we were to go there, what can we expect?
So Mise en Place, we have a big menu. We just about a month ago put a tasting vegetarian menu on. So we have what we call Geblitz, which is like a tasting menu, about 5 courses. And then we did a 4-course vegetarian menu. So we're trying to, take care of vegetarians, so they don't feel left out. So,
yeah, that's cool. It's an uprising segment.
So we're excited. And so like I said, our menu's big. We have a lot of small plates. We cover the spectrum pretty strong.
Well done. If you've not been to Mise en Place, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful environment as well. It's not just a place to get great food. It's great ambiance. You're taking some special guests and people come in town. Make sure you take them to Mise en Place. They're going to love their experience. Thank you very much, Marty.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Give a big round of applause, Marty Briggs. All right, well, listen, gentlemen, you're at the 18 mark, which means you're 1/3 down. 1/3 in, this is where I like to have a lot of fun and come around, and I like to interview the chefs. I think they like to think I just annoy them. I've found that chefs, when they're preparing in a competition with 20 minutes on the gun, they pretty much just like to answer any question with yes or no, even if it is an open-ended question. I could literally say, tell me about your childhood, and usually what I get is a yes or a no from them. So here we go. Since you're facing forward, I guess, Paul, I'm going to pick on you first. Tell us a little bit about what are you doing here for your first meal?
I'm going to make a mashed potato cake with a scallion mashed potato cake with a kind of like a baked oyster with the meatloaf.
Yeah, I heard you. I could feel the sigh with the meatloaf already there. Yeah, well done. So, what's cooking over here? Is that Jeff's?
That is Jeff's.
That's Jeff's. We'll find out what that is. Okay, good job. Give Paul a big round of applause. Encourage him on, folks. This is not easy when you're thinking they literally had less than 30 seconds from when the moment they saw that product, they're now having to sit there and create this dish. All right, cool. Chef Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Tell me a little bit about what you've got going over here. You're making some sort of pate?
Something along those lines. I'm looking for something to do towards surf and turf.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I want to use the flavors of our ingredients, but not necessarily have them be the highlight, but so that they really come through and people think that they can do this at home.
Right. All right, cool. Well done. Well, listen, it's looking good. I'm going to get out of your way, gentlemen. You've got a lot more going on than I would know what to do back here.
You need some help with that, John?
Well, let's give Jeff and Paul a big round of applause. Encourage them on. JP, I see we're going to have to link him down to the chair here. Yeah. He's stealing the beer from the chef.
A little bit of that in there? A little bit of that in there? You sure? Okay.
Just trying to put beer in the food.
I find beer adds a little flavor to the meat.
We're going to have to add a
help you
degree
out.
of difficulty for the chef closest to JP, obviously. All right, here we go. A couple of things here before we get going. A little bit of fun facts for you about Blue Point oysters. Blue Point oysters come from Connecticut, the Connecticut side of Long Island Sound. Oysters have the ability to change their sex. Interesting fact, which is why Donald Trump is confused, never knows where to grab them, apparently. Oysters are rich in vitamins and are well known to help people lose weight and sharpen their memory. Interesting enough, oyster farms improve the health of waterways by eating algae, filtering out particulates and excess nutrients, and creating a habitat for other organisms to thrive. So they are nature's little cleaners. That's kind of nice. And the same type of oysters will taste differently depending upon where they were raised. So there's some fun facts for you about oysters. Not only do you get entertained, you walk away with some really useless information to help you out while you're on Trivial Pursuit or any other that type of thing. Couple of things here. Also, I want to make sure I thank our sponsors again. This event cannot happen without them. Florida Blue, Rick, thank you for being here. I appreciate you coming out tonight and bringing some of your guests as well with you. Tell us a little bit about why you guys can. Oh, by the way, personal thank you on behalf of Thomas Mance, the director of Feeding Tampa Bay. He's glad that you were again for the third year in a row were the primary sponsor, so he didn't have to change his banner. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. So, Rick, tell us a little bit about why Florida Blue likes to sponsor this event each and every year.
Besides the strong arming of Thomas not to change the banner, we also, well, our mission is to basically, we want to make sure that every community and every individual in Florida is healthy. So, of course, health insurance is incredibly important to that. If you cannot go to the doctor, you cannot be healthy. But we also understand that we would really like to make sure that people don't get to the doctor if they can. And one of the ways, of course, exercise, wellness, a lot of the things that we support, but one of the most important things is healthy eating.
Yeah.
And so when we know that 700,000 people in Tampa are not able to eat, those are 700,000 neighbors of ours.
Yep.
And throughout the state of Florida, being a Florida company, we're not in Georgia, we're not in North Carolina, we're Florida. And so Floridians that are hungry are our neighbors that are hungry and our friends that are hungry, our customers that are hungry, and sometimes maybe even an employee. And so we want to make sure that every one of them is fed.
Yeah, well done. Well, we appreciate all you do. We also thank you for staying in Florida, by the way, with all the craziness going on with healthcare, the fact that you guys are sticking around, staying in, we enjoy Florida Blue. So thank you. Give them a big round of applause. Thank you very much. Just a reminder again, just so you know who all of our sponsors are, so this will help influence your decisions later when you have a choice to buy some things. When you're thirsty, we'd love for you to not buy Pepsi. We want you to buy Coca-Cola Florida. Am I right, Coca-Cola? Damn right, there we go. So please make sure you're going out there, you're just getting some refreshments for the beach. Remember to think about Coca-Cola. They're the ones here helping us out. We really appreciate that. Gray Robinson, you get in trouble with the law, man, you're going to call Gray Robinson. These guys are here to defend you. Glad to have you guys here. Big round of applause for Gray Robinson. I got to tell you, Steve Heiser, you must be one of the biggest foodies I know because you've been here every single week at the Epic Chef Showdown. So we appreciate you not only being a sponsor, but showing up, supporting us. You clearly don't want to give these seats away to any of your friends. No, I can appreciate that. That's fine. We're glad to have you here. Harvard Jolly, one of the better architect firms in the Tampa Bay area. Please give them a big round of applause. Amy, thank you for coming out from Tampa Bay Times. We're glad you're here. And we're glad you're here, and we're glad that you're also helping us to live stream this event all over the world. Appreciate you. Give Tampa Bay Times a big round of applause. We appreciate the news that you guys provide. You know, one of the things that's nice about the Tampa Bay Times is that if you look throughout the country, when you open up a paper, when you turn on the TV and you read the news, the first thing you have to do is you have to ask yourself, what's the bias of the paper? What's the bias of the channel? And I'm really proud to know that I live in a city where I can open the paper and I don't have to ask that question because you guys are one of those bipartisan newspapers on the planet, and I love the coverage that you guys provide. Big round of applause to you guys. In fact, if you're not aware of this, by the way, If you've ever used the app, and if you haven't, check it out. It's one of my favorite apps, politifact.org, which is a fact-checking, bipartisan agreement organization which checks the statements of politicians and gives a detailed background onto the accuracy, everything from totally truthful to liar, liar, pants on fire. That organization was born from the Tampa Bay Times, and we appreciate you guys and all of the news coverage that you produce. Let's keep newspapers alive. Let's make sure that we support them, yeah? And if you're like myself and you're not into touching the paper, download the app. It's a great way to read it. I read it on my iPad every day. I never have to worry about washing my little fingers with the ink. I'm weird like that, but I love the information, the content, so thank you guys very much. Also, we got Uriah's Urban Farms. Richard's here tonight. I'm going to have him coming back down here in the second half. Big round of applause for Uriah's Urban Farms. This food is so good. I cannot tell you how delicious this stuff is, and I'm going to actually not tell you. I'm going to show you. We're going to cut off some samples and let you guys try it tonight. But if you guys would like to have fresh produce delivered to your door, which is still alive and still growing, not this stuff that you have to get at a grocery store that was cut down and chopped down weeks and weeks prior to that and then shipped on a long boat. This stuff is delivered to your door. It's still in the soil. It's still growing. Apparently, they're using a lot of it over there because they've stolen it from me. This stuff is so delicious. It's so good. We'll chip some off, let you know that you can get this stuff delivered to your door in all different sizes. It's unbelievably delicious. You're going to taste food like you've never had before tonight. So give a big round of applause to Uriah's Urban Farms. All right, and let's see here. We got 10 minutes left, gentlemen. We are at 2/3 down here. We're right on time. Now, I got to tell you, the only thing these guys are probably worried about right now is the clock. They know how to cook great food. They can take stuff like Stouffer's pre-made cooked meatloaf, and they can turn that into a delicacy. That's not the challenge. The challenge for these chefs is getting it done in 30 minutes or less, and it's 30 exact minutes, not a second longer. We've actually had some of our chefs not get their dishes completed on time, and it cost them, and they eventually lost in the end because they just didn't have much to serve. So they're watching the clock like a hawk, making sure that they prepare it. It's not as easy as you think because they could get it done in 25 minutes. But if they get it done in 25 minutes, it's going to be cold by the time it gets to the judges. So they've got to time this within about 30 seconds to 60 seconds so it's as hot as possible on the plates so it can stay as warm as possible before it gets over to the judges. Also, these guys don't know which judge I'm going to pick first. So the judges also have to anticipate how long might it sit there before the other chef gets his evaluation and judging done. So it's not as easy as it may look, although in my opinion, I don't think it looks easy as it is. Here's some fun facts for you with regard to meatloaf. Let me tell you something, folks. When you Google fun facts about meatloaf, that ain't easy. This was not easy to come up with, okay? Not a lot of fun facts about meatloaf, but dang it, I'm always here to deliver. So here we go. Number one fun fact about meatloaf: Germans would hide boiled eggs inside the meatloaf, while the Romans would soak theirs in wine before eating. I think the Romans had that figured out. Way better than the Germans. Meatloaf was used as a comfort food during the Great Depression because the meat was cheap and the loaf was very filling. Yeah, these are the best fun facts I could get without just making stuff up. Meatloaf was also used during World War II because it provided much nutrition at dinner for a very low cost. And meatloaf, are you ready for this, is the cousin of the Dutch meatball. So if it weren't for the Dutch coming up with their meatballs, we might not have meatloaf. So there's your fun facts for you about meatloaf. It is smelling really, really good over here. I'm not sure exactly what we've got prepared, but I'll tell you that Jeff is one beer down and ready to roll and go. He's looking pretty confident. Chef Paul's looking pretty confident as well. His potato, what were these things called again? Potato pancakes are all done, looking good, ready to roll. Now he's chopping up some of that fresh Uriah Farms. What is this, by the way? Kevin, Richard? Meatloaf. This is arugula. I'll tell you what, this arugula is so good. We had this last week. Oh my God. Yeah, you guys are going to love that. I'll make sure we get samples around for everybody here. Gentlemen, we're at 7.5 minutes. I want to once again remind you, these guys don't know what the mystery ingredients are before it starts. By the way, this one leaf, probably the only food I get for the whole night. Yeah. And it's also the time when I usually choke while I'm trying to talk. Kevin, could I get a glass of water, please, when somebody gets a chance? Yeah. What's that? Oh, JP's going to give us some critique here.
I got to give you a little play-by-play here, partner. My friend Jeff over here, he was pulling his meatloaf. And you don't want to pull your meatloaf in public, but he was pulling his meatloaf out of the oven, and it's now on the floor.
Is it really?
Yeah. So with 7 minutes to go, he's got to start from scratch.
7 minutes to go, he's got to start from scratch.
Jeff, you got this, bro. You got this.
All right.
You got this, bro. Come on, you can do this.
It's not interesting.
Hey, sometimes you have a fumble at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, man, and
you got to do something about it.
You can still win.
So let's see what he does right here.
He's going to pick it up and get tough. Thank you for letting me know. I did not see that happening. JP, I tell you what, man. If it doesn't work out on radio, you might have an option doing Epic Chef hosting.
Yeah.
You might have a job. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to see. Don't even worry about the mess unless you trip over it, Jeff. I'm not going to talk to him because I know he's probably coming up with some backup strategy, but he's got to find a way to get that meatloaf cooked and prepared in 5 minutes and 58 seconds. Here's the good news, folks. Are you ready? It's Stouffer's. It's pre-cooked meatloaf. So really, you know, all he's got to do is just warm this stuff up and hopefully get it into the pan. So this will be a good test on Jeff's strategy to see how this pulls out. Also, Kevin, if you're here, if you're listening, or if anybody might be listening, hey, Jeffrey, how you doing, brother? Good to see you here. If you could let them know, we've had a spill of meatloaf in the back, and so we're going to need somebody to clean that up when he's doing the judging, because we don't want him tripping and falling, and it's real slick right now. So competition's heating up, that's for sure. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors. JP, you must be pretty hungry, man, to be checking out, finding out what's going on here.
Of course I did. I was about to eat that meatloaf. I was just coming out. I'm a little hungry.
All right. Well, listen, you guys have got your work cut out for you here. Jeff, you're not a chef. You own the restaurant. So this is a little easier for you because as the owner, you can sit there and go, well, I like it, I don't like it, I like it, I don't like it. So you're not critiquing your peers, but you are critiquing the industry.
The food, right, and the industry. Now, I did start out in this business in the kitchen, but I was not a chef. I was a baker.
Yeah.
I started with the pizzeria.
Interesting.
So I do know the art of dough.
Now, when you say pizzeria, was it an actual pizzeria or was it like Domino's?
No, it was a real
All right,
pizzeria.
well, okay, just want to make sure you weren't blowing this up out of proportion.
In Tallahassee, it's where I met him. Gigante Brothers Pizza is the greatest pizza I've ever had in my life.
Really? No kidding. This is a family restaurant.
No, it was my partner, my best friend from high school, and I borrowed $30,000 from a rich high school friend.
No kidding.
Opened up a pizzeria.
It might have been
Dude,
great
I tell you what.
because it was right around the corner from Clyde.
You're like an onion, man.
So
Just
it was 4-1.
peeling off.
Anything tasted good after that.
Correct. Absolutely.
But it was fantastic.
Had no idea what we were doing in business, but we made a mean pizza. And,
No kidding.
The rest is history.
So that's where you got your start.
That's
So
where
you've
it
been
all
in
started.
restaurants the whole time.
Yep.
Well, that's good because as I understand, you were a soccer player for 15 years.
Yep.
Apparently, you're a better restaurateur than you are a soccer player.
100%.
Yep, no problem.
Yeah. That's right. Thank
There we
you.
go.
Go Knowles. Sorry.
I was going to say, all of a sudden, Harvard Jolly just got real quiet all of a sudden. Who are my Gators fans? Do we have Gators fans in the audience? All right, I don't know. I'd say it's pretty well split. Pretty well split group. Let me ask you this. How many here, when you eat your food, eat it portion by portion? You start with the meat, then you go to the starch, then you go to... How many do it that way? Any of those people? Got a couple people in the back. How many here then just eat it like randomly? You just keep stabbing and just going at it all over. Interesting. Majority of the crowd is wrong. You two ladies in the back, you're the right ones. That's the proper way to eat food. You get that crap done and then you move on. Right. Otherwise you mix it all up. So, well done. God, we got two sane people in the audience here. All right, guys, listen, we're at 3 minutes now. We got 3 minutes left. We'll already see Paul is already starting to put his on the serving tray, so he's getting his presentation done and ready to go. I do not see any, I see the plates out for Chef Jeff, but I don't see any food on them yet, which is probably to be expected, obviously, since he had to restart the entire process of the meatloaf. And it looks as though he's doing some sort of, I don't want to call it a meatball. What would you call that, Kevin? Some kind of a thing, a drop of blended meatloaf. Nonetheless, that's all right. So he's cooking that. You're going to be able to get that cooked in 2 minutes and put on the plate, Jeff? 100%. He's confident. He's feeling. Let's cheer him on, guys. They got 2 minutes left.
I thought we're judging.
He's also got some shrimp in here as well. That looks great. Smells delicious. And he's not using the shrimp. All right, we've got Chef Paul's putting in the final touches on his. Now this one, he's set, he's ready to go. He's going to be putting the oysters down here in a minute. He's got 2 minutes though, so he's putting the plates down early. That may cost him with regard to the temperature of the food. What I think we can almost guarantee Chef Jeff's is going to be piping hot because he's going to be putting that on the plate probably in the last 10 seconds. This is going to be a nail biter. Jeff, you got 1 minute and 33 seconds left to get that food prepped and put on that plate. He's convinced he's got it down. Right now, it looks like Paul's only challenge is going to be maybe just getting the oysters out, and it seems like he's got that under control, doing it real well. Did you bake those?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got baked oysters on the half shell here. Those look delicious, and he's put them on top of a potato pancake, and then he's got some of Uriah's Urban Farms fresh produce on the side as a salad. His is all ready to go. Chef Jeff, you got 1 minute, my friend. He's nodding his head. He's confident he's going to get this onto the plate. Jeff, I tell you what, though, as soon as that buzzer goes, you got to be hands up. So you want to make sure, man, you got time to put that out. The competition's feast. He's turning the meatloaf over. He's passing that through. He's got good time. He's got 45 seconds. He should put some salt in there. He's scanning up. He's also having to deal with JP, also giving him some critiquing. Not a problem. That's what judges do. He's also got some kind of starch. It looks like he's flipping it over. Paul is done with his. We got 30 seconds remaining, Jeff. 30 seconds remaining. You got to get that on the plate in the next 23 seconds, 22 seconds, 20 seconds. Here we go. We're going to get ready to give them a 10-second countdown. They've got to have it done and hands up as soon as that buzzer goes off. Here we go. Ready, audience? Here we go. Help them out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Oh my God, he did it. He got that done. He got it done. I will tell you right now, that was a close call. You earned that beer, buddy. You did indeed. All right, Paul, let's get your food out here. You grab 2, I'll grab 1. Let's get this out onto our judges' table so you can dig in. And Paul, I'm going to have you tell them a little bit about what you decided to create here. Stand right here, if you would, for me, all the way over here. No, right here. There we go. Perfect. Just like that. Tell them what we got here.
It is a meatloaf stuffed oyster with Parmesan cheese on top of a mashed potato pancake. Scallion mashed potato pancake, and a little Uriah Farms arugula salad.
Nice. Looks great. I think the presentation was well. It's been sitting out.
It also has has like a gravy tomato sauce on it.
Cool. Now it's been sitting out for about 90 seconds. That shouldn't be a big deal.
It shouldn't be a big deal. They were really hot when they came out, and I don't want anybody to burn their mouth,
Cool. No problem. All right. Well, they're going to start eating. We're going to get to do the fun part here where we watch 3 people eat. No stress, guys. 45 eyes, live streaming, 10,000 people across the world. They're all zoomed in on the camera. This is the time for you to make your food face. If you're not familiar with the food face, you close your eyes and you nod your head, and then you usually make some noises. Yeah, that's all you need to do. And then start thinking about something intelligent to say in between the bites that you take. Just letting you know.
I will say it tastes much better than it looks.
Yes.
I will say that.
All right, cool. All right, so I'll tell you what, Jeff, why don't I have you start off here since you already kind of gave your first little bit of an opinion there. Of course, now I asked him to share his opinion and he just put a food in his mouth. So right. I'll keep talking until he washes this bite down. But Jeff, what did you think of this first dish by Chef Paul?
To be honest with you, I was a little taken back by the optics of this dish, but the flavor is actually nice and it works well together. The salad also has a nice little brisk dressing to it. And the meatloaf, you kind of mince it up a little bit, so it's more of like a bolognese on top of an oyster. So actually, it was good.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done. Good job. Well, that's a positive review there. All right. Yeah. Rochelle, what do you think?
I agree. It kind of looked a little bit like, an appetizer you'd get at a bar with an oyster with the with the meatloaf on top. But it's
to be fair, it was Stouffer's pre-cooked meatloaf.
True.
He did pretty good there.
I really like the sauce. The sauce has a really nice flavor, and I think it brings it all out. And Overall, it's pretty good. Pretty
This is how you know it's good, by the way, is after you've asked the judge what do they think, if they still eat it,
finish it.
You know it's going good.
Good,
I
very good.
specifically waited till the end for JP because he has been literally throwing this in his mouth as fast as he could. So I'm just kind of waiting for him to get it done. But here we go. JP, what do you think?
Well, unlike my very erudite colleague here who said, what did you say, the optics were unusual?
It looked a little dog foodish to me. So, I mean, that gave me a little
I would
nervous, but
put plain
no,
speak and
no
say
offense to you.
It looked like shit, but
All right.
but it tastes phenomenal. It was really, really good. I think we lost a little of the oyster flavor, so it was more meatloafy. But I'm a big meatloaf fan, so I love it. It was excellent. The salad was a little bland, but I was hoping for a little bit more oyster flavor. But and the potato part was fantastic. You did a great job.
Well done. Overall, I think you did pretty good there, Paul. Well done. Congratulations. Give Chef Paul for Mise en Place a big round of applause. Welcome back. Well done. All right, Chef Jeff, how you doing, buddy, man? I tell you, you crushed that in the last minute. I'll let you grab one or two. I'll grab one and bring it over. I'll grab the easy one. Let's see here. I'll tell you what, man. He was scrambling that at the very last minute to get that on.
Oh, Lord.
All right, here we go.
Thank you. If I thought the first one looked bad.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
That's all right, folks. It ain't a party till something gets spilled.
Oh, man.
Ain't a party till something gets spilled. Here we go, buddy.
I'm good.
You're good? All right, we're gonna let them.
Second fumble.
We're gonna let them taste that a little bit, work on their meal. So you've already heard some critique right out the gate about its appearance.
Yeah.
But let's just hope that it makes up for it on the flavor and the taste. Tell us what happened here. Tell us what you've got for them.
Well, the intention was a duo of charcuterie. I was going to do a seafood pate and then a beef terrine. I used the meatloaf as kind of a seasoning in the beef terrine. And then I was going to do a little bit of a seafood-inspired beurre blanc on the bottom and some pickled mushrooms to kind of pull the beef in. But the mushrooms didn't make the plate, and, you know, dropping my whole terrine with 7 minutes left was kind of a bummer, but I hope I got a little bit of flavor in there somewhere.
It may have been a bummer, but it's a true testament to your professionalism to not crack, not let it shake you, and still get the food on the plate before the time was up. That was impressive, my friend. So well done. All right. Give him a big round of applause.
Okay.
All right. Jeff, let's hear what your opinion is.
So, again, with optics. I mean, this is starting to feel more like Fear Factor than a chef battle. But again, surprisingly, much better tasting than it looks.
Yep.
I did get a big piece of shell from the oyster.
All right.
And that's not your fault because that happens. But I liked your consistency of the meat, actually good. So that may have worked for you.
Okay.
You know, not to put too much. And you know, the flavor of the oyster with the topping it's not bad.
He's still
Impressive.
eating it. That's a good sign, right?
Yeah, I'm going to give it another shot.
All right, well done. All right, Rochelle, let's hear what you have to say. She's got a look. I don't know what the look means, but I know I've seen that look before, and I know something's happening. Here we
I
go.
was really rooting for you. I love cheering on the underdog, and because you had this issue in the kitchen, I was like, all right, he's pulling something together. I can see him working. I can see him working, but it's a bit salty. I'm getting salt. The first flavor I get from both of them is salt. Okay. And the optics, like you said before, I think you called the other one, you said it looked like dog food. The other one looked cute. This
I have
one
a
does.
9-year-old and a 5-year-old, and all I'm saying is that this would have been put under the table. Just from the look.
I have a dog. I have
Yes.
a Shiba Inu, and this looks like what I serve in her plate. She's a senior. She goes for the soft stuff, not the kibble. So, optics-wise,
How did it taste? Salty?
salty. Salty.
Could you get the flavor of the oysters and the meatloaf?
No.
Nope. All right,
No.
interesting. All right,
No.
cool. So it sounds like this one might have been a swing and a miss.
Sorry.
All right, no worries. JP, let's hear your thoughts, my friend.
Give me a moment.
Give him a moment, all right.
Give him Whoa.
Well, Jeff, do you remember the Super Bowl?
Which one?
The last one?
Some I usually work, so.
When the Patriots were awful and just getting their ass kicked? late in the game.
Yep.
That's where you're at right now, pal.
All right. But you know what? But how'd they do?
So I'm saying
you can intercept the ball on.
You got a chance.
Yeah.
But you better be Tom freaking Brady for this next course, because this was dog poo.
All right. He's not mixing any words.
First, I was going to say, thank you for not serving us what fell on the floor, but it might have been better.
Oh.
It might have been better.
All right. Well, listen.
I love the effort, and I know you can come back
Yeah.
and do something amazing. So we're going to give you a shot.
If anybody can, it's going to be Chef Jeff. All right, buddy. Give him a good round of applause. All right. He definitely had a setback there. All right. We've got the kitchen prepped. We're ready to roll.
Dog poo, bro. That's
no problem. All right, cool. We're going to let them kind of reboot and resituate. They're not going to start prepping for the new meal, but they're just going to make sure that all of the utensils, everything's cleaned and ready to go. I'll tell you this. As the host of this show, I'm the only one that does not get to eat at all during the night. And I'm looking at this food, and I'm so hungry, I'm looking at it going, hell, I'd eat that. I'd have no problem eating that whatsoever. All right, so the judges right now are going to be tallying up their scores. They're going to get out their numbers. They're going to hand that over to the aficionados, or whatever they call them, to make sure that they add them all up and get the numbers. And I will tell you that, you know what? This is something they can come from behind. In fact, Jeff, you know what? I'll share with you a fun story. 2 episodes ago, we had a gentleman who on the last 10 seconds didn't get his meal done. One of his sushi rolls fell apart. He actually gave 2 meals, and one chef had nothing to eat. And he came back and he won. So it really doesn't matter. You pull this one up, you do good, you can still win this for sure. Okay. All right, so they're going to just restock the kitchen with some utensils to make sure that they have everything they need in order to prepare clean bowls, the usual things that everybody needs. So once again, I'd like to remind you, this event cannot happen without our sponsors and our friends like Harvard Jolly, Gray Robinson, Coca-Cola Florida, Florida Blue, Breakthrough Beverage, our friends up at the Tampa Bay Times. We can't do this without them. Please make sure that that knowledge of that goes inside your mind when you become a consumer and you have to purchase products. We want to be grateful for them and thankful for them. Coming up in the second half, we're going to have Uriah's Urban Farms come out and talk about their fresh delivered to your door vegetables, their fresh produce. We're going to have them cooking up their entrees with the mystery meat. Just as a reminder, the mystery meat was bone-in pork shoulder. That is the sexiest of the body parts of the pig, by the way. And the taro root. Taro root, interestingly enough, by the way, fun fact, in its raw form, if you touch it, you will itch. So if you eat it raw, your throat will itch. You never want to eat raw taro root. They will probably be wearing gloves when they touch it just to make sure they don't itch as well during the process. And if they didn't know that, now they do, so they make sure they wear gloves while they're touching the taro root. But I'm going to guess chefs probably understand you don't want to touch raw taro root. All right, we're going to come up into the second half. If you've not yet done this, we make sure that you get on Twitter, you get on Facebook, you tweet out the update, you let them know. And here's some fun facts to share with them, not about the food, but about our citizens here in Tampa Bay. Actually, they're not fun facts, they're sad facts. Let them know. Start a conversation. 1 out of every 4 kids in public schools doesn't know where a meal comes from Friday all the way through to Monday. Coming up in the second half, I'm also going to have Kevin come up and talk a little bit about, actually, you know what, Kevin, why don't I have you talk a little bit right now? Could we do that? Yeah. I'm going to bring up the general manager from the Epicurean to talk about this kitchen theater once again while we're prepping up and ready to go. Please welcome back up Kevin Scott from the Epicurean.
Well, hello again, everyone. So yeah, a tough round to start out with, but who likes an underdog?
Yeah.
Yeah? I just want to see a good game.
Yeah.
Right? Simple enough. So as you all know, this is the Epicurean Theater. This was a little bit of a nod to Burn, with our affiliation to Burn Steakhouse across the street. As an avid and passionate learner and explorer of the world through photography, agriculture, viticulture, steak, he obviously passed on a lot of things that he had learned throughout his time on this planet. So this was our way to say, thank you to a great man, and obviously take his legacy and continue it on for future restaurateurs, hotels, hoteliers, etc. So if you're interested in booking the space, feel free to go to epicureanhotel.com. We've got a little spot with regards of the theater. We do corporate events. We do events.
This is a great team building place, right?
Yes, team building.
Ropes courses are so, what do you say?
2,000.
Yeah.
So, it's no one needs to do Fear Factor anymore. You can tastefully eat everything that you create here in the theater. So.
And talk about the hotel itself, by the way. I was blown away when I received a tour of this place to see the theme that you've taken, that Epicurean theme, throughout every single floor.
Correct.
From the art on the wall to, you don't even have a mini fridge, you have a...
You learned this last week.
Yeah.
It's an artisan pantry.
Artisan pantry.
Correct.
Yeah. You know what the difference between a mini fridge and an artisan pantry is?
$60
about
on your tab.
$60 on the tab, yeah. So, but it's worth it.
Correct.
You're not going to get any Fritos in there.
No, we're all about story here, and we like to say that we're your guide to awakening appetites unknown. And so, again, with Bern's appetite for viticulture, horticulture, agriculture, photography, we just try to pull that in literally from across the street through our whole experience.
I think you've done an amazing job. And if you've not yet checked it out, they have an amazing rooftop bar. Not open during the summers because nobody's going to be hanging out there in the summer. Is that right?
Just Sunday and Monday, it's closed.
Just on Monday. So it is open.
Sundays and Mondays, it's closed.
Sundays and Mondays, it's closed. It's open the rest of the week.
We open back up 7 days a week after Labor Day.
That's right.
I know. We're going to talk about it next year when we do this thing again. But we will be closed third week of August for an extensive back bar renovation and restructuring. So
nice.
We're going to have it all ready to go right after Labor Day when the humidity dies down.
If after the show we snuck up to the bar and just...
No.
No, it's locked? Okay, just checking. Just didn't know if we
Topher, there's no research to be done up there right now.
All right.
Awesome.
All right,
Thank you all.
Scott, General Manager, for the Epicurean Hotel. All right, I think we're ready to go. Are we ready to go? All right, I think we're ready to roll. Gentlemen, Chef Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Refocused and ready to go. Chef Paul, how you doing? Refocused and ready to go? All right, let's give him a 10-second countdown on the timer. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. Wait. You know what? Here's the thing. It is the semifinals, right? So, as the stakes get harder, the competition's got to get tougher. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to throw out a third mystery ingredient. You have no idea. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Your third mystery ingredient is Gerber's Peach Baby Food. There we go. Gerber's Peach Flavored Baby Food to go on top of your bone-in pork shoulder and your taro roots. Welcome to the semifinals, gentlemen. Here we go. Now let's get that timer reset if we could, please, Rossi. We'll be ready to roll. Rossi's going to give us the real countdown. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30 minutes starts. Let's get your chef on, gentlemen. Give him a big round of applause. All right, so we thought it'd be a little bit extra fun to put a little third mystery ingredient in there they had no idea from, because they can handle it at this point in time. They've made it to the semifinals. So what's going on in their minds right now, they probably already had a pre-planned program for what they were going to do with the taro root and the pork, bone-in shoulder pork. What they're probably doing, I'm guessing in their mind right now, is asking themselves, can what I was going to be doing be used with the peach-flavored baby food? And if the answer is yes, they're going to go still on track, hopefully create some sort of accoutrement to go with that, maybe a sauce or something. If the answer is no, they're starting all the way back over from square one, and they're ready to go. But I have a feeling they're going to do damn well. All right, so now, at this point in time, if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw, has the third drop come yet? It is not. All right, go, no problem. What? Yep, no, oh, they're handing it out right now. Okay, cool. So we'll wait till everybody has the third drop before we bring up our next chef from Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen. And we've got the executive chef, Jeff Heilman, here. I think I saw him earlier. I'm not sure. He's probably out in the lobby there, but I do believe I saw him come by. So they're on their way. They're ready to prep. They're going down with the timer. At this point in time, we've got the third trop coming out. I think you guys have enjoyed this immensely. I'm going to let Jeffrey Heilman come out and talk about this. I'll see if I can find him to wave him in. There he is right there. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. I thought
all right. Yeah, you thought you guys were burning? We're just going to wait until they get all the rest of them out here. I think they got maybe 2 more rows. Once again, as a quick reminder, thank our sponsors, Florida Blue, Coca-Cola Florida, Harvard Jolly, Gray Robinson, the Tampa Bay Times, Breakthrough Beverage. Did I get them all? Wait, I'm missing one. Who am I missing? I got to check out my sponsor list here. Uriah's Urban Farms. How can I forget Uriah's? There we go. Sarah looking at me every single time. All right. So in the second half, we've got Uriah's Urban Farms coming out. Once again, I've been tempting you guys. I'm going to slice off some of this and let you have a taste. It is the absolute best produce you've ever put in your mouth. I can promise you that. I guarantee you're going to want to take some of this stuff home with you. Probably have it delivered fresh to your door. That's the beautiful thing about Uriah Farms. They will take this, and you don't even have to go out of your house. You just open up the door, pick it up, bring it in. Screw farm to table. You're going to go garden to table right in your own home. All right, they're off. They're starting. They're going quick. They're going fast. It looks as though Chef Paul has taken the pork and taken it off of the bone. Looks like that was Chef Paul, excuse me. Chef Jeff, I can't see anything that he's got going on over here right now, so he's just stripping down the taro root, ready to go. If you can, please make sure you tell your friends and family to tune in. It's not too late. Tell them to go to tampabay.com. They can watch it live stream right on the homepage of the Tampa Bay Times. We're very grateful for that, that beautiful feature to allow everybody to come in and watch the show. Hey. And once again, also thank the Epicurean Hotel for hosting us here at the beautiful Epicurean Theater. This venue is available for rent. You can bring your team building here. You can do corporate trainings. You can have great parties. You can have cooking shows. You can have cooking competitions. The options are unlimited, only to your imagination, so make sure you check them out. And if you haven't ever taken the chance to have a little staycation here in the Tampa Bay area, give yourself a treat. Stay at the Epicurean Hotel. It's a beautiful place. They've gone to no expense. They've spared no expense in making sure they have a beautiful, detailed environment here. I think we've got all of the food detailed out right now. So at this point in time, I'm going to bring up Jeffrey Heilman. He is the executive chef for Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen out in St. Pete, Florida. Please welcome Chef Jeffrey.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, brother?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. Good.
Hey, everybody.
All right. Tell them a little bit about what they're eating here.
Yeah, absolutely. So. What we did for you tonight is, sort of a study in simplicity, right? One of my favorite things to eat in the whole world is braised short ribs. We like to take sort of those maybe less than desirable cuts and through a little bit of care and time, they develop into something that's beautiful and luscious and delicious.
That's what my mom says about me.
Fair enough. I'm sure she says you're very handsome too. Is this thing on or?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you. So anyways, we put it on top of a little bit of creamy polenta and then a fennel salad on top for a little bit of textural crunch, a little bit of, that anise flavor as well. So there it is.
Awesome. Well done. All right, well, tell us. I saw you giving a little bit of a pep talk to Chef Jeff back there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. What'd you tell him?
Here's the thing, right? In the kitchen, mistakes happen from time to time. And I think that what's very, very important is to remember that sometimes it's all about recovery. It's all about how you handle a situation and move forward with integrity and respect for the ingredients and get it done.
Yeah.
So, it's just one of those things. You just kind of have to shake it off, take a deep breath, and remain focused. So.
Yeah. Takes a lot of guts to do what you do for a living, but then also let people judge you for it right away.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and then also put a timer on top of that as well. Mm-hmm. I can't help but to think of the Rocky scene where Rocky's talking to his son. He's like, it's not how many times you get hit. It's about when you get hit, you stand up and you keep going. And I'm like, yeah, there we go. So Jeff's doing good. He'll be fine. And by the way, like I said, two episodes ago, we had a guy didn't even get the dish on the plate and had an empty plate and 2 plates. The other guy had to reach over and snack some food from the other one. And he ended up winning.
All right.
He ended up winning. He pulled it out and did a great job. So it's still anybody's game. There's no question about that. All right, cool. How did you guys celebrate when he won the first episode?
Well, we just went out to the bar out here, had a little toast, and and went home, to be honest. You know, we had to be back in the kitchen early the next day. So,
yeah. That's the thing about being a chef, is you really don't get to hang out too late at night, because you got to get back in and make sure you're on top form game.
Exactly. You know,
Now,
being hungover is not an excuse. Still
Now,
gotta be there.
now, your name is Jeffrey. His name is Jeff.
Yep.
You have a nickname at the restaurant. What do they call you?
That's true. All of my cooks refer to me as Chefrey, which is something that I got saddled with in culinary school. You know, all the other students would be yelling, "Chef, chef," but I thought they were calling my name, so I would turn and they'd be like, "Whoa, slow down, cowboy. You know, you're not there just yet." So
it's Chefrey.
Chefrey.
Chefrey works, brother.
Jeff and Chefrey.
All right, cool. Well, we're glad you're here. We're glad you're here to encourage your buddy on. I know you've got faith in him. We all do as well. Enjoy your meal from Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen. If you've not been out there yet, you got to check it out. It's a great place. What's cool about you guys is that if you haven't been there, it's a 2-story facility.
Yep.
You've got a market on the main floor, and you have all sorts of. It's like. How do I describe your market? It's like a foodie and an ADD got together and made a market. It's like got the most eclectic selection of food ever, right?
Yeah, and we've heard it referred to as culinary Disneyland.
Culinary Disneyland, that works as well.
Proud of that moniker.
And you've got a flatbread, a hot flatbread area. You've got a cutlery.
Oh,
and then you've got a sushi.
So we've got it all. We've got cheese and charcuterie, fresh pastas, dried meats, house-made sausages, sushi, ramen, poke. The burgers, the St. Peter's burger is, you know, it's second to none. So we have lots of different ways that you can utilize the market.
And then you come upstairs.
Yep.
And you've got the farm table kitchen.
You're absolutely right. And that's, you know, a sit-down experience, rustic yet refined food in a nice, elegant setting.
Tell them about the chef's table. That's a pretty cool thing as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. So on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we'll invite groups of up to 10 guests to come sit in our private dining area. And throughout the course of the evening, myself, my executive sous chef, and all of the sous chefs will come out, prepare a dish. There's a lot of tableside finishes and presentations. It's a very interactive experience. And then, of course, throughout the course of the evening, lots of great food, a couple bottles of wine, you make friends, and that's what it's all about, sharing a good meal.
It's a really cool environment. Check them out.
Thank you.
Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen out in St. Pete, Florida. Thank you very much.
It's my
Jeffrey,
pleasure.
appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. All right. All right, well, listen, gentlemen, you are officially 1/3 of the way through the second half. You are hitting the 20-minute mark in about 45 seconds. So keep that in mind. You're 1/3 of the way down. I'm looking over here. Looks like Chef Paul's going for some sort of, well, you know what? I'm just going to come over and ask him so I don't screw it up here. Let me get a microphone and come over here and ask him how they're doing and what they're doing and what they're coming up with. It smells so good. Boy, I tell you what, it sucks to be the people watching this live stream at home because you can't smell it. All right, Paul, tell us what you're doing here.
I'm doing a seared pork shoulder steak.
Seared pork shoulder steak, okay.
Yeah, it's got like a Southwest blend on it.
Yep. It smells really good. All right, I'm going to leave you to that. You got a lot of hot things around here. All right, Chef Jeff, how you doing, man? You back in the game, folks? Ready to go?
I think.
Cool, what are we doing over here?
I think I'm going to do a little scallopini.
Scallopini, all right, cool. I'm going to get out of your way so you can make your scallopini. Let me get out of here, gentlemen. All right, cool. All right, let's give them a big round of applause. Encourage them on. Let them go. While we're doing that, I'm going to bring down Richard from Uriah's Farms. Richard, you want to come down here real quickly and tell us about this? All right, we have Richard from Uriah's Farms here tonight to tell us about what Uriah's Farm is all about. Uriah's Urban Farms, I should get the name correct. I apologize for that. And get ready to hear the smooth, buttery sounds of a man from overseas.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah.
I have a different accent. I'm not from Alabama.
No, you're not. Yeah. All right, tell us a little bit about Uriah's Urban Farms. What can we expect from Uriah's Urban Farms?
Well, firstly, I'd say that these wonderful chefs, fortunately their companies actually do business with us, and
Yes.
we're very proud to supply them. But basically, we're an indoor urban farm. We have the equivalent of 9 acres. It's 25,000 square feet undercover in northeast Tampa. Most people who come out...
That's all indoors?
Absolutely.
And it's vertical?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody who comes to see me expects me to have a cow in the field and me to be out in the field tending. But
with a straw coming out of your mouth?
Absolutely. We're not like that at all. We're inside. We're very controlled. It's very It's almost like very scientific, very futuristic. There's red and blue lights under which these leafy greens prosper. We control everything from the temperature to the moisture to the CO2. So we can produce a very consistent product. And more importantly, it tastes and looks wonderful.
It does. Tell us what you've got here. What is this?
This is arugula.
This is arugula.
A member of the cauliflower and also the kale family. That has a nice kick to it. I don't know whether you find that, Topher.
Dude,
it's
I
a bit
love
like a spicy, mustardy kick. You know, like after 2 seconds you go,
woo! Yeah, but it doesn't burn, but it's a good kick. You guys want to try it? You guys want to try some of this?
Let them try it, come on.
Let me get a bowl, let me get a knife. You go and just entertain them, Richard. This is where I take the flat job.
We'll hand this out.
You tell them a little bit about
Uriah's Urban Farms.
Because you can have this delivered to your door, right?
We're in Northeast Tampa. We serve Central and Southern Florida. Our primary constituency is restaurants, hotels. We also serve educational institutions. We also then serve hospitals and assisted living places. And we have a service that delivers living plants if you want a living plant. So these here are living plants. When Topher harvests them, they no longer are living. So literally, we say you can go from farm to fork in seconds.
Am I not doing this right?
You're doing it perfectly, but it's now a dead plant, so we need to rush it to the customer.
Oh, look at that.
So if you're a chef and you want really, really fresh produce and you want it grown in Florida, obviously there's one of the options you can get. We do plants that go from micros, which are extremely small, half an inch. Some of the garnish you had tonight was micros with pea tendrils and red sorrel, if you saw that. That kind of garnish comes from our farms.
I'm going to take this and pass it around.
From there all the way to adults.
I promise you this, if you try this, you will not taste better arugula in your life. This stuff is so good. It's got a little spicy kick to it. It's delicious. Just take some, pass it down, enjoy. That stuff is awesome. I love it. What do we have over here?
Over here,
we got basil.
These are the giveaways. This is Genovese basil.
Yep.
That tastes wonderful. I mean, beautiful aroma. We've got some kale.
Yep.
And we've also got one of our lettuces, which is a red gem lettuce. And that I brought that tonight because it's got a beautiful flavor, but also a beautiful appearance.
All right.
You know, so you have the combination of the flavor and the appearance, and that makes all the difference.
And you're willing to give these away to the people in the audience?
Completely, yes.
All right, chefs, do you want any of the basil or the kale? Because we're about ready to give these away. You want some of that kale? All right. All right, we're going to hold off. We're going to let you take it. We'll give it away later. But let's do some trivia and see if they can guess some information, and then whoever wins it will win that away, all right? So we got the first one right here. This is kale and basil. Is that right?
That is red gem lettuce there, and we've got some basil in the back.
Oh, red gem lettuce and basil. All right, cool. Yeah. So we'll make sure. So here's how this works. It's very unofficial. It's based upon my limited eyesight and your fast reflexes. And it's never scientific, but it's whichever hand I see go up first and fastest, that's the one that will get it. Here we go. The first question is, how many children in public schools are going to go hungry from Friday to Monday? I saw a hand right up there. What's up? 250,000. 250,000. That would be wrong. We got another hand up here? Huh? 40%. These are not. Oh, is that? Wait. Hang on. I'm getting feedback from Feeding Tampa Bay that you are correct. Is that right? It is 250,000. Okay, so I was going for 1 in 4, but you gave me the actual number. Well done, buddy. All right, let's give him a big round of applause. All right, cool. The judges, they know the real answer there. All right, cool. So when you get done, we're gonna have to come take this home with you. You got some fresh basil, some red leaf lettuce. Now, in this one here, this is the one that's got the basil
kale, and it's got the basil as well.
Kale and basil. All right, let's get to do this one. Let's do this. Let's talk about our retired military. What percentage of our retired military? I saw the hand go up here, and the answer came out before the hand even went up. What is it? 20% is correct. All right, there you go. Welcome. You're going to win that. So you can come take this middle one. This got basil and some kale. And then this last one is kale and red leaf. Is that right?
And the red gem lettuce.
Yeah, all right. Cool. Kale and red
gem.
Red gem. All right, let's see here. Do you want to pick the quiz on this one, or do you want me to go for it?
You go for it.
All right, I'll keep going. All right, cool. What is my dog's name? Doesn't count. She's the only one that probably knew that. I didn't say it from the stage. All right, here we go. Let's go for this one. Let's talk about how many people in the Tampa Bay area are food insecure. Hand up. I saw a hand up over there. How many? 700,000 is it? That's correct. You win your arugula, no, what is this?
Kale and gem.
And red gem. All right, well done.
We'll get you there, Topher. Don't
We'll get me there. You're going to make me a horticulturalist before the end of it, all right? Listen, I will tell you, this stuff is so good. Make sure that bowl gets around. Taste that arugula. It's the best you'll ever have. A lot of the best restaurants in the Tampa Bay area use these guys, but you can too. You can have it delivered straight to your doorstep if they go to uriahsurbanfarms.com.
Correct, Uriah's Urban Farms.
uriahsurbanfarms.com. All right, please give Richard from Uriah's Urban Farms a big round of applause. Thank you, sir. Welcome. All right, gentlemen, you are at the halfway mark, a little bit past that. You're at 13 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. 13 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. Looks like both of them are using some sort of great vegetable medley, a bunch of stuff diced up. I can't really tell what's going on here. It looks as though we've got a mango. So Chef Paul is making some sort of is that a mango salsa, Chef Paul? Pineapple mango peach salsa. That sounds pretty good. All right, he's making a scallopini with peach glazed dipping sauce. Very good. All right, cool. All right, Jeff. Jeff from Chichio Restaurant Group. Let's talk to you real quickly.
Yeah.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great.
What did you think about that first round?
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
pleasantly surprised, and I'm excited because I do also love an underdog story. So I'm excited to see what Chef Jeff does to redeem himself. And to be honest, Marty's been a dear friend. I love Locale Market, and Michael Mina, when they first launched it, has also been a great friend of our restaurant group. So these are two amazing competitors, and this I've been watching from afar. I've got two small kids, and I'm a homework duty guy, so it's hard for me to get out here to do these. But I was very excited when Brooke offered for me to judge, because I knew I could make arrangements to make this one.
Well, we're glad you're here. We appreciate that. And you brought up something interesting about how Marty's a good friend of yours, and you like the guys out of Locale Market.
We're a community.
The one thing that I've noticed in doing as much research as I could for this competition is that the restaurant market seems to be very much kind of like the home brew community, where they all share openly their ideas, their strategies.
Absolutely.
And this is like sometimes you get up in DC, Chicago, New York, it's very cutthroat. They keep their cards close. It's very highly competitive. Down here, there just seems to really cool a vibe and energy where these guys, doesn't matter which one wins or loses, they'll both be drinking some beers at the bar that night, helping out each other. It's a really cool vibe.
The beauty of our industry is that we're kind of all in it together.
Yeah.
And you go up against the same type of challenges that you have. And the end result is we want all of them to be happy.
Yeah.
At all costs.
Yeah.
So, when my buddy J.P. Peterson over here calls that young man's dish dog poo, it kind of raises my ire a little bit. But I get it. This is also entertainment.
Yep.
And I'm excited to see the redemption come and see what these next dishes are.
Yeah.
And that last dish was awesome, and I love a great short rib.
All right, cool. Listen, well, I think you're going to definitely see a Cinderella story here. You're going to see something coming up from behind. He's under control. He's calm. He's ready to go. Gentlemen, you are officially 2/3 done with the second half. You are at the 10-minute mark in the next 5 seconds, which means you have now officially 10 minutes left of the competition to either rise to the occasion and win going on to the finals, or to go home with a beautiful consolation prize, which we will break out and show you guys here in a little bit of a moment. But we are right now 10 minutes. Let's give them a big round of applause. Encourage them on. 10 minutes left in the show. Competition's heating up and ready to go. Let's share with you guys some fun facts about our mystery ingredients for the second half here. All right, here we go. Fun facts about baby food. Here we go. This was a little easy to find some information. One early baby food flavored by Gerber, are you ready for this, was liver soup. That was an actual dish. It was discontinued around the 1950s. I think we can all be grateful for that. America's purchase, check this out, are you ready for this? Americans purchase more baby food than any other product in the world. It is the #1 most purchased product in America, is baby food. Yep. In 2009, Gerber unveiled the flavor Top Ramen to mimic the top ramen noodles, because I'm sure those babies were like pissed off that their families was eating top ramen. They're like, hey, I want to have some of that high sodium noodle that has basically no flavor. Baby food is often used in recipes to feed whole families. For example, it's a popular ingredient used in cake. You may not know that. And Gerber chicken baby food is a good sustenance for sick ferrets. So for you family ferret owners out there, you got a sick ferret, give them some chicken Gerber baby food, and that's actually good for them. It's one to grow on. Now, all of your fears of owning a ferret are subsided, and now you have all the reason in the world to go get a pet ferret. All right, here we go. Here's some fun facts for you about taro roots. In ancient Hawaiian tales, taro was a child who grew into a plant and eventually helped create the human race. That apparently happened. Taro was used in medicine because it was suggested to have healing powers, and taro leaves are high in protein and are often boiled to mix with condiments. And as I've already mentioned, by the way, physical contact with the taro corn causes itchiness, and if consumed raw, it'll create an itchy throat. You don't want to do that. Some fun facts about pork. Wait, pork. Yes, that's right. We have pork as the next ingredient. Here we go. Fun facts about pork. By the way, equally hard-fighting fun facts about pork equal to meatloaf, but nonetheless, I found a way. Here we go. Average American is going to eat 28 pigs in their lifetime. Dig in. Pork has more protein than chicken, and the pork tenderloin cuts are almost as lean as chicken breast, which was the inspiration from the pork industry coming up with the motto, pork, the other white meats. On a global level, pork is the most consumed meat on the planet, believe it or not. And pigs are the fourth most intelligent animal. And we like to eat more of them than anything. So there you go. There's some fun facts for you about pork. Gentlemen, you are 6 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the competition. Paul, how you doing? You feeling confident? Jeff, how you doing? You feeling confident? Top of the world. I like that answer. All right, cool. Listen, as a reminder, once again, I want to thank all of our judges. Not our judges, well, I'll thank your judges in a second. But I want to thank all of our sponsors, from Florida Blue to Coca-Cola Florida, to Gray Robinson, to Florida, to Harvard Jolly, to Uriah Urban's Farms, and our friends out at the Tampa Bay Times, and of course Breakthrough Beverage for providing the wine you're drinking here this evening. Please give all of those sponsors a big round of applause. We cannot do this event without them. You're going to the beach this weekend, bring some Coca-Cola with you, or call out Breakthrough Beverage to get some of that wine. We are now at the 5 minutes and 58 second mark. We got 6 minutes left. JP, how you doing, man? You had some pretty harsh words for our buddy Chef Jeff. What are you hoping to get from on this next round?
Actually, I thought my words were inspiring.
I'll tell you what.
I gave them, right? I gave them the whole analogy.
Yeah.
The Patriots did win the Super Bowl.
I love that. No, dude, I thought that analogy was great.
I disguised my harsh critique as inspiration. That's what Belichick does. I don't know if you know that. That's what Belichick does. He breaks them down to build them up. So.
Yep. He's even saying right now, he says, you have no idea how much it motivated me. I'm assuming that's good.
What happened to him? That's all. I mean, when something like that happens, in the middle, like 7 minutes to go,
Yeah.
it's impossible to come back from.
He did it, though.
That's what they said about the Patriots.
I'll tell you what, that was a hell of a Super Bowl, wasn't it? Yeah, greatest comeback in history. What's that?
Finish.
Except the finish?
I hate Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah.
I hate. Who's
All
with
right.
me?
Never a shortage of opinion.
You hate Tom Brady?
JP. All right.
But Jameis Winston will deliver us a Super Bowl very, very soon.
All right, you hear that? JP's made a prediction. Say that again. JP, what'd you say?
Am I right? Absolutely.
You say Jameis Winston is going to deliver us a Super Bowl.
I was at a training camp today.
Yep.
And he's the greatest leader I've ever seen. He's going to get it done.
All right, cool. Hey, JP, if we want to listen to you talk every day, we can get you on 6:20 a.m. Is that right?
That's right.
From noon till 3 o'clock.
Noon to 3 every day.
Noon to 3. All right, make sure.
Mentioning that.
What's that?
Thank you for mentioning that.
Absolutely, man. We want all of our people to tune in. Call up. What's that? 4 minutes remaining, gentlemen. You got 4 minutes remaining in the competition. I'm looking over here. I'll tell you what, that pork's looking dang good, Chef Jeff.
How'd you guys like these short ribs?
Smells good. Both you guys are doing great. They've both used the Gerber's peach. I don't know what they're using it for, but it's looking pretty good.
Pardon?
Have you guys had a chance to sample some of that arugula? Where's the arugula? Is it working its way around there? Was that good arugula? Delicious, isn't it? You can have that delivered right to your doorsteps, Uriah's Urban Farms. All right, Jeff Agante, let me tell you, you are the master of the restaurants on Howard Avenue. If somebody wants to check out your restaurants, they can go to, let's see if we can rattle them off. Chicho and Tony's, Water,
Fresh
Daily
Kitchen,
Eats,
Daily Eats,
the Green Lemon, the Lodge,
and
Fresh Kitchen.
Fresh Kitchen.
All right, all here on Howard. It don't matter where you eat, just eat on Howard.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'll tell you, man, was that strategic in your ability to develop restaurants like that? Did you learn that from somebody?
Well,
or did you just go, listen, man, there's another restaurant, let's take advantage of it?
We believed in Howard Avenue because of its proximity to Bayshore.
Yep.
Hyde Park, which at one time was fantastic, and I'm glad to see that it's coming back into its full fruition. And then Kennedy.
Yeah.
And the surrounding neighborhoods.
Yeah.
We just knew that this avenue could really be something special, especially anchored with Burns.
Yeah.
And then Epicurean project, even though it started, stopped, started, stopped, and then David and the great guys at Mainsail pushed it through. So we believed in this, but we're also trying to vision into the future. So that's why we're now opening in Hyde Park. We have a restaurant opening there in November.
Nice.
We're also looking now at Channelside. Cool. And we've spread across, we have 3 restaurants in St. Pete.
And are they all next to each other in the St. Pete area?
In St. Pete, there's 2 of them adjoining and then one about 2 blocks away.
I love it, man. It's a great way to move resources around, too, if you cross-train them all.
Yeah, we're thrilled to employ just under 1,000 people now.
1,000 people are employed by Chichia's group, man. 1,000 people in the area. Dude, I'll tell you what, man. That is awesome. That is great. 2 minutes remaining, gentlemen. You got 2 minutes left. By now, we should see the plates coming out. Chef Jeff's got his big bowl out there ready to go. It looks like Chef Paul's got his out ready to go as well. They're starting to put the final touches on. I think Chef Jeff's coming back strong, coming in with some certainty. He's got he's got some sort of a lettuce or some produce there that he's kind of soaking inside some, I'm guessing, it's the kale. So he's soaking the kale inside of some sort of salsa. You'll make me into a horticultural genius someday. All right, here we go. Rochelle, real quickly, we got a 90 seconds left. If people want to check you out, they can go to thetravelbite.com.
Correct.
What are they going to get if they go to thetravelbite.com?
We have, can you hear me? We have recipes, we have travel itineraries, so if you love food and want to know where to travel to.
Awesome.
Places like
So for the foodie who wants to know where to go.
Where to go. Also locally too. We cover local restaurants as well. So
Well done. 1 minute remaining, gentlemen. 1 minute remaining. You got 60 seconds starting now. Let's give them, cheer them on here. The last minute. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, Chef Paul's already putting his food down. It's looking good. Chef Jeff has got the time. It's got his dinner. He's coming out. I'll tell you what, there's no question in my mind at this point in time. They're going to all have some great meals here ready to go. It looks like it's done. In the last 40 seconds, I have a feeling Chef Jeff's going to have time to even take one last sip of his beer before the countdown even begins. This has been a great night. This is not easy for these gentlemen to do, folks. They got to time this out just perfectly so it doesn't get cold waiting for the judges. They've done a great job here tonight. Chef Jeff pulling out from behind. Chef Paul just crushing it on his food. Neither one of them got real high marks on their presentation from the last one, so it really is anybody's game at this point in time still. Who knows what's going to happen? Chef Paul is done. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up, chefs. All right, well done. Give them a big round of applause. All right, Chef Jeff, grab your bowls here. Chef Jeff, wait, were you first last time? No, you were, yeah, okay, cool. So Chef Jeff, you're up first, front and center. Let's grab these bowls. Let's bring them around. Here you go, Jeff. There you are. All right. I'll take one, and you can bring the other one around.
Now that looks good.
Rochelle, I tell you what, there you go.
That looks better.
It does look good. It looks delicious. I'm kind of hating you guys right now because I'm hungry.
Job, Chef.
I haven't had any food.
Buddy.
All right, JP giving him the seal of approval without even trying it. There we go. All right, so gentlemen, Jeff, come here, step in over here real quick. Tell us what you've created for them for this dish.
So the bone-in pork shoulder here tends to be really, really tough. So I tried to take that, do a little scallopini. I pounded it out, try to get some of that, try to get some tenderness in there. And on the bottom there, I did a little bit of a peach demi-glace. Try to bring not so much the sweetness from the peach, but the flavors from the peach, and really pair well with the demi. And then a little bit of salad of some pear, apple, onion, and toasted walnut, and a little bit of bitterness brought in from the kale.
And what'd you do with the taro root?
The taro root actually used to thicken the sauce on the bottom.
Excellent, because there's not much of a flavor to taro root anyway, so it's going to be hard for any of the judges to taste the taro, so you used it more as a substance to create the texture in the food versus the flavor. Well done. All right, well listen, I'm getting some head nods from Jeff, so that seems to be positive. JP seems to be affirmative as well, nodding his head. Rochelle's giving me that food look where the eyebrows go up. She makes a little bit of noise. That's always good. All right, I think you've done pretty well here. JP, I'm going to start on your end of this time, and I'm going to hit your opinion. So what do you have to think about the entree dish here by Chef Jeff?
It's really good. It's fantastic. It's very hot and crispy. I know you breaded it a little flour on it, which really gives it an extra little taste there, and everything came together perfectly. It's like I expected it almost to be real sweet, but it's not as hearty. It's more hearty, which I love. Fantastic job. I think it's a great comeback, Tom Brady. I think you got something here, brother.
All right, well done.
Nice job.
So on the optics, it was good too?
It was very. The optics were fantastic. Much better than the last droppings.
I think that's based on when you're that low, you got nowhere to go but up. Am I right, brother? All right, cool. Rochelle, tell us a little bit about what happens on this one.
Even if you didn't start off really low, I would have been impressed with this. Right off the bat, it smells fantastic. You've got great flavor here. Just overall great dish. I love it.
That's what she does for a living. She critiques it.
I'm impressed that you incorporated the baby food in here and that you got the taro. It does have a nice crispiness, just like you said. I like the fresh salad on the top with the walnuts. It's nice. You've got like all the different colors, so it's got a great presentation. You've got crunch. I like it.
Well done.
Good.
All right, cool. Looks like this one's a home run so far. All right, Jeff, what do you think?
Wow. Well, I was rooting for your redemption, and here it is. So just eating this and trying to get a little bit of all the flavors, which I try to do, I would not know that this wouldn't be a dish off of a menu.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
so
impressive.
I mean that's the biggest compliment that I can give you. That I think that the pork, which can be difficult, was pounded out nicely and had nice flavor and a nice temperature to it. I love the walnuts, and you know the baby food thing was like getting in my head before I ate it. You know, I was thinking like, you know, oh, I don't want to taste that, but it was just a nice light hint of the fruit, which is
They don't have sugar.
yeah, which is nice because then it doesn't get that, it throws the dish off. So I like this very much. Well
done, buddy.
Well
All
done.
right, Chef Jeff from Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen. I think you got the Redemption song playing in your head by Bob Marley there, my friend. Did real good on that one. Excellent job. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, they didn't even know they were using the baby food until they started their food prep. So that says something about both chefs here. How you doing over here, Chef Paul? Ready to go? I'll take one. You take the other two.
Oh.
All right, there we go. How do you want me to place it?
This forward.
Great. All right. Rochelle, there you go.
All right.
Make sure I don't spill any. All right, come on over here. Chef Paul from Mise en Place. Tell us what you got.
It is a Southwest spiced pork shoulder steak. It's got a peach malanga puree and a pineapple mango peach salsa and a little bit of wilted greens, garlicky greens.
Wonderful. All right. Well, it certainly looks good. The judges are going to dig in right now. How do you feel you did on this one?
I feel I did really well.
Yep. All right. Cool. You seem to be in control. Do you feel you have an advantage going in this one? Obviously, with what happened with Chef Jeff, didn't get real good marks on the appearance, but neither did you really. When you think about it, neither dish got good points on that one.
Right. I think
I appreciate that.
I don't know. It's only for the judges to say.
Yeah. What can you do with pre-cooked meatloaf, right? Yeah.
We did something with it.
Yeah. Yeah. You made it come out really, really well. So listen, I think you did good. I think you're in good standing. This dish looks great.
Yeah. The pineapple salsa kind of cut through the fattiness of the pork and the puree. The puree is a bit on the starchy side.
Yeah. You've got a pineapple mango
peach. I put the peach. Puree that's all it is puree peaches in that baby food. It's all natural. So it's.
All right, well done. All right, well, listen, I think you're getting some affirmative nods as well, so I think you got them on presentation, you got them on flavor as well, which is good. What we'll do is I'll start with Jeff on this end, and we'll work our way down through to JP. So, Jeff, go ahead and tell us a little bit.
This is a great dish. I mean, it's cooked well. The meat's prepared perfectly. I don't mind the baby food puree. It's actually very, very and it's, again, not too sweet with the no sugar. The salsa is amazing, and then I like the sautéed greens. This is balanced very well, kind of all hits the palate at the same time. So it's really a nice blending cacophony of the flavors all at once. So I love it.
All right, well done. You got some positive marks for Jeff on that one. Rochelle, what do you think?
Overall, great dish, great presentation. I think earlier you asked if people taste things separately or together, and I do both. I like to taste things individually and then also put it all in the fork at the same time. And I love the salsa. I love the spice that you've got with the pork.
Yep.
The puree on its own, it goes great all together, but I think on its own it's lacking a little punch.
Okay.
But overall, fantastic dish.
All right, well done. All right, cool. And JP, my friend, what do you think?
He loves it.
I'm still eating.
JP's like, shut up, I'm still eating. So I'm going to say that's probably good. He must like it. I'll tell you, by the way, I'm looking at the pork, and you seem to prepare that perfectly. Like, it's not too raw, it's not too cooked. You've got that beautiful pink in there, so that ain't easy in 30 minutes to come up with.
Especially the pork shoulder, which is typically you would cook for a very long time at a low heat, so it's fall apart. But they also have shoulder steaks, which you can kind of grill kind of fast. Just make sure it's cooked all the way through.
Well, it looks good.
It's perfect,
All right,
tender.
JP, what do you think, my friend?
I got to tell you, Paul, because I was sneak peeking over there, and I saw the pork was going a little early, and I thought you were going to make the tactical faux pas of cooking pork too thoroughly and too much, because I think pork is best when it's got a little bit of pink in it, which is what you have, and you cooked it perfectly.
Thank you.
And I absolutely love the pork with something sweet, and that salsa was absolutely perfect. The puree, I probably wouldn't eat it, but everything else is so fantastic. You nailed this, brother. You absolutely nailed it, and it was perfectly presented. Awesome. High marks.
All right, well done. Give him a round of applause from JP, Rochelle, and Jeff, and Chef Paul from Mise en Place. Did very good, my friend. All right, so at this point in time, we're going to ask the judges. JP, I'm going to have to ask you to stop eating and start putting your scores down.
No.
He's like, screw you, I'll do what I want. All right, couple things here just to remind you guys. If you'd like to tune in and listen to JP, you can catch him on the Ron and JP show, 6:20 a.m. every day from noon till 3. Is it every day or is it Monday through Friday?
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, yeah. Which in my world is every day. Monday through Friday, noon to 3, the Ron and JP show, 620 WDAE. We also have Rochelle, if you'd like to tune in more to her, she's at thetravelbite.com. That's thetravelbite.com. You're going to be able to find recipes, great menus, and great places to go eat and travel all at the same time. And of course, one of our local heroes here in the Tampa Bay area, Jeff Agante from Chichio's Restaurant Group, employs over 1,000 people in the local area here. He don't care where you eat as long as it's on Howard. Give all these three judges a wonderful round of applause. Thank you for your honesty, your opinions. You're helping to make this show great. At this point in time, they're going to be totaling up all their scores. We're going to get them covered, and by now you should be having the fourth drop of your meal coming out, which are Petite Fours by Chocolate Pie. And now let me share with you this, by the way. I'm going to let you guys know we've got a great prize for the person who does not go on to the finals. I'm going to show you guys what we have here. For the person who goes on to the finals, they do not get this. This is only for the person who does not win tonight. They have a wonderful parting gift. I'm going to set it right here and show you guys what we've got. The first thing they're going to get is a Shun steak knife. If you're wondering what this steak knife looks like, we have one on display here. If that's not big enough for you, you can walk out this room and look on the wall. There's a 7-foot replica that you can check out and read the story about the Shun steak knife. You've also got a wonderful book here called from Burns called Rare and Well Done. There is a gift certificate for $50 to Burns, a one-night stay at the Epicurean, a $100 gift certificate to the Elevage restaurant, a bottle of wine, and my favorite thing, the Feeding Tampa Bay mug. So you get all of this here. This is going to be their take-home prize at the end of the night if they do not go on to the finals. I will tell you that this is going to be a tighter competition than we expect, because we always get shocked and surprised on these things. Math is a funny thing, how we start averaging up. It's going to be a tight call. They've already taken the scores. They're calculating them out right now. A couple of things I want to remind you. Our wonderful sponsors tonight. Florida Blue, thank you time in and time out for coming out and sponsoring and helping this event come place. Give Florida Blue a big round of applause. When you guys are going out to the beach this weekend, you want to bring some soft drinks, what you going to bring with you? You're going to bring Coca-Cola from Coca-Cola Florida. Thank you guys very much for being a sponsor here as well. We've got Gray Robinson right next to them coming out supporting us. We appreciate you guys being here as well. We've got Harvard Jolly. Thank you so much. If you got some architectural needs, check out our friends at Harvard Jolly. We've got Uriah's Urban Farms. If you'd like fresh produce delivered to your door, give all these guys a big round of applause. And last but not least, we got Breakthrough Beverage, who donated the wine, and Tampa Bay Times, who's live streaming it live, tampabay.com. We really appreciate all that. Love modern technology. Because it's yes, we love live streaming this. We love getting the message out, we love getting the show out, but we really want to get that message out. The message is that, you know what, we got 700,000 people that need food. And let me tell you why this is so important. And this is the one thing that a lot of people forget when it comes to food. If you think about it, what we've enjoyed here tonight, beyond good food, we've enjoyed great fellowship. We've been able to meet people. We've been able to learn their stories. And when you have food, what do you have? You have conversation. And I'll tell you what, if a family doesn't have food, they don't have conversation. That's the biggest reason right there. Yeah, it's a nutritional thing, and we want to get these kids to grow up healthy, but we want them to be nourished in their minds. And if there's no food on the plate, there's typically no conversation. It's just TV. It's just video games. It's just depressing homework. This is an opportunity for families to escape from technology and just sit down and have a conversation. So when you guys help out Feeding Tampa Bay, you're not just helping people eat. You're helping people communicate, which is, I would agree, and I hope you do as well, something that we need more of in this world. We need good, open dialogue, great communication. So let's make sure we help out Feeding Tampa Bay. If you, yeah, you can applaud that message. You better believe it. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about Feeding Tampa Bay, please go to feedingtampabay.org. Get involved in the conversation. But I'll tell you right now, and I think I could speak confidently on behalf of Thomas Mance, who couldn't be here this evening. Here's what he would tell you if he were here. He'd say, find a cause and champion it. He'd say, find something that you're passionate about and get involved, because a community that helps out those in need is a better, stronger, more vibrant community. He would hope that it's Feeding Tampa Bay, but he'd be happy that if it's another organization as well. But when you consider that Feeding Tampa Bay does 45 million meals every year, they're essentially the wholesale food provider to all of the local charities, from the Boys and Girls Club to the YMCA to the YWCA to Metropolitan Ministries, you name it. They just keep going. They're providing the food for all these organizations. So let's make sure we take care of them as well. I believe we have the scores now. The results are in. Chefs, may I have you come front and center, front seat. Here we go. Let's give both these chefs a big, wonderful round of applause. All right, Chef Jeff had a rough start in the beginning, but you came on strong. Cinderella story. Chef Paul, as usual, strong, consistent every single time. You're a true competitor. Here we go. We now are ready to announce the winner of the first episode of the semifinals. The winner tonight is going to be back here in 2 weeks competing against the winner of next week's competition for the title of Epic Chef Tampa Bay. And your winner is, y'all listening out in the lobby? Y'all listening up in the audience? We know everybody's tuning in live stream. Here we go. The winner of the semifinals, Epic Chef Showdown, is Chef Paul from Mise en Place. All right, my friend. There you go. Way to go. Well done, buddy. Congratulations. Chef Jeff, I got to tell you, man, best of luck to you. I'll tell you what, check out Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen if you haven't. Try out that 30-age steak. Let me give you a great round of applause here. You got an incredible future ahead of you, my friend. I'll definitely be after the Locale Market and checking you out. Chef Jeffrey, I'm sure you're impressed as well. Big round of applause for everybody here. Jeff Higante, Rochelle, thank you so much. JP, thank you for judging. All of the audience members, thank you for being here. Everybody from the Epicurean staff providing all of the food. We got Streaming Star Pros helping us out live streaming. Everybody here, thank you very much. My name is Topher Morrison. Thank you for coming to Epic Chef Showdown. We'll see you next week, 6:45 p.m. Have a wonderful night. Drive safe.